Hey there, and welcome to this detailed look at bandsaws from Grizzly Industrial. Grizzly offers one of the largest lineups of bandsaws under one brand in the world, with a saw to fit nearly any need. Today, I'll be walking you through some of the common components on traditional woodcutting bandsaws. In this case, the Grizzly G0513 X2BF, to help you make the right choice in regards to your next saw purchase. Now, not every saw will have all these features packed in standard, but it's a good reference to consider for what you might have in your future saw. So let's jump right in. Woodcutting bandsaw size is often referred to in inches, such as 14-inch or 17-inch bandsaw, which this one is. So what does it mean? This refers to the size of the bandsaw wheels outside to outside, and it's a basic gauge for the cut capacity of the saw itself, which is known as the throat width. If you have a 17-inch bandsaw, simply subtract roughly 1 inch and you'll have an idea of the throat width for your saw, measured from the inside of the blade to the outside of the column. Since we're talking about wheel size, let's start at the top of the saw and point out some of the key components. The top end features a locking wheel cover with view screens to help with blade alignment and basic tensioning of the blade. On the back side is a quick release blade tension lever which quickly applies pressure to the blade to start the tuning process, or it relieves pressure to help the blade with removal. A blade tracking knob to help tilt the upper wheel, allowing you to align the blade properly with the wheel and also to lock it in place. And a guidepost lock knob to secure the guidepost and its array of bearings or Euro style guides in place for the cut. On the side of the saw is the guidepost hand wheel to raise and lower the assembly. On the underside of the upper wheel housing is the blade tensioning hand wheel, which, when used along with the sight window on the side of the saw, helps you to quickly set tension of your blade. Now, there is a blade tension gauge here that can be used as a good starting point, but we recommend checking out our How to Tension Bandsaw Blade video to really dial in your setup. Now, let's take a closer look at the guidepost components. Guideposts often feature a few key components, such as a blade guard, the guidepost itself, and the hand wheel and lock knob mentioned earlier, as well as the business end of the blade guide assembly. There are two main types of assemblies: a Euro style guide, which features dual metal side guides and a ball bearing backer, and there's a traditional bearing style guide, which features side bearings and a backer bearing. Proper alignment of each guide bearing style can be found in most Grizzly bandsaw manuals, so be sure to check them out to help you get set up right for your next project. Our next stop on this bandsaw tour is the control panel. The control panel will vary from model to model, but it will feature a basic start and stop function, and in some cases there may be an added keyed safety switch, or an even larger e-stop button, or large pedal switch to quickly turn the machine off. Right here we have the table with locking fence and miter gauge. This fence can be adjusted vertically to support taller workpieces or horizontally to fit smaller workpieces. So simply move the fence to the desired width of cut on the fence rail scale and lock it in place, ensuring you have proper clearance for the guidepost above. The cast iron table features a miter gauge channel and a blade slot with an insert and a table pin. Always ensure that the pin is in place during operation to help keep the table in alignment. Beneath the table is what's called the table trunnion, designed to allow the table to tilt from 0 degrees up to 45 degrees in most cases, as well as a few degrees to the left side of the blade. Moving the table is pretty straightforward. Just unlock the table and either manually move it to the desired angle or use the table tilt lock knob or tilt lever to adjust and then lock it in place. Also beneath the table is a similar blade guide bearing setup as to what's on the guidepost. Moving further down, we have a dust port set immediately below the cut area, as well as another dust port set toward the bottom of the lower wheel housing. On the back side of the lower wheel housing is the motor and the lower wheel adjustment hub, which is used to adjust the coplanarity of the wheels. Now, coplanarity is the alignment crucial between the outer edge of the top wheel and the outer edge of the lower wheel. When properly aligned, the coplanarity helps keep the blade automatically tracking on the crown of each wheel for optimal performance to help reduce blade wear, minimize blade wander, reduce vibration and wheel tire wear, and it helps minimize heat during the cut. So be sure to check out Grizzly's manuals for a great in-depth look at adjusting the coplanarity on your saw. Now, to finish out our overview of the bandsaw components, let's take a peek on the inside of the lower wheel housing. Inside is the lower wheel itself with a pulley and V-belt direct to the motor pulley. Oh, and while we're down here, take a quick look at this cool little feature. Some of our larger bandsaw models feature a built-in foot brake that's designed to quickly stop your blade after the saw is turned off. Now, one final item that can greatly improve your shop efficiency is the use of a mobile base. This is the T28000 Bear Crawl mobile base. This mobile base can support up to 1,200 pounds and adjust to fit a wide range of machine bases. And it easily allows you to move the saw to any point in your shop with ease, while securely locking in place for operation. We hope you found this bandsaw overview helpful, and you can find this G0513X2BF 17-inch bandsaw and many other great saw options and accessories on Grizzly.com.